Trace the parts on the graph that correspond to the interval pi over 2 and pi. All right, so here's my picture. I have myself a rose. I can see why this is 3 cos 4 theta because there's 8 petals. I can see why it's 3. It goes out to 3. What I need to focus on is which part of this graph exists between pi over 2 and pi. So this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to view it. I'm going to, over here, graph what 3 cos 4 pi theta looks like. The 3 means it goes out to 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, negative 3. So that happens. And I'm not going to make the prettiest looking picture ever. I'm going to be somewhat accurate. That 4 is my frequency. That tells me how many times I'm going to cycle before I hit 2 pi. All right. This cycles 4 times before 2 pi, which means if this is a cosine, it starts up here and then repeats and then repeats and then repeats and then repeats again. So that means if it's going to repeat 4 times before 2 pi, here are 4 intervals. Well, I know these numbers already. Your pi over 2, and your pi, and your 3 pi over 2. So my picture is going to start at 3, bottom out at negative 3, repeat. I know that looks awful. Repeat. That looks better. Okay, repeat and repeat. Now, what this picture, what we care about is all the fun stuff happening in between pi over 2 and pi because of that. So at pi over 2, I have the value 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go where pi over 2 is, here you is, and I'm going to go to 3. I'm going to label that right there, okay? As I go towards pi, I go towards 0 and then come back up and go towards 3 again. Okay, so at pi, I'm at 3 again, so I end here. So me drawing this, me tracing this, is going to have me going down to 0, hitting negative land, and then coming back to 3. So if I'm going down to 0, keep in mind, you're always going counterclockwise, so you're going this way. And as I go this way, I'm going down to 0. So this is me. Let me get a better pen. This is me tracing, so go down to 0. I'm going to continue following the pattern like so until I hit 3. So basically the picture that I get looks like that. Okay, if I knew how to draw a little bit better. That guy right there. Okay, so that's me tracing from pi over 2 to pi. Isn't that pretty?